Hi guys, thank you for joining the Frankly Inspired YouTube channel. My name is Frank, and we're going to talk about today's inspiration, which is sitting here behind me. This is what I call a gym wall or shelves. It's basically our home gym setup where I created this with recycled shipping crates. So to design this, we had to measure our space. There's a cinder block wall that I'll show you here in a second. And it's just an unfinished basement, and it's just painted white, painted concrete floors. We put these rubber mats down, obviously to do our workouts. We're not professional bodybuilders or anything of that sort, so we just need some basic stuff and just some area to put our equipment away neatly and to make it look nice. So design process was I needed some shelving and looked around what was out there and looked at some stuff at the sporting goods stores, and everything is super expensive. And I said, you know what, I can build something that'll, make our lives better and we can enjoy it every day. So we use this space a few times a week, and my wife also, and sometimes our daughters use it too. And so let me get into how we went about building the gym wall. So here's a overall look of the gym wall. They're basically shelves to store our workout stuff, and I hung up a TV. And we have, it's not 100% finished because I still have to do some shelves. I'm gonna do two small shelves here to put up some picture frames and maybe a couple of knickknacks. But I will start off by talking about the design, because that's an important element in any build project. And here are my original drawings. So to do a project like this, you got to come up with your size. This is what I first drew up. I knew there's a two sections. It's too big to build it in one section and haul it down here. So, and then I modified it a little bit over here. I made it into a 3. That's what that looked like. And again, this is just a very rough, nothing super elaborate. Then I redrew again here, and I kind of made a list of the things that I wanted to store on here. And here's the profile, the side view of what I was supposed to look like. It was going to be angled shelves, but later we decided to just make it straight. And then here are the 3 sections from the floor to the ceiling rafters to cover it up. Then here are the shelves themselves. This is what the frames look like from underneath. And I was going to do the angled again, but I scratched that idea because we figured it would be just more beneficial to have straight shelves to put baskets and whatnot. And then here was the final, pretty much exact dimensions. Again, 3 sections, and the overall dimensions, and the TV would go there. The shelves actually are now straight across. So that's just the basic design. And everybody, you're going to build something for yourselves or your family. You can obviously do whatever you like to make it worth your while and fit your space. So this is overall about 12 feet across. Each section is about 4 feet wide, and each of them are their own pieces. So I used 4x4s and just a lap joint here, and I call these their legs. So each leg is individual, and it's lap jointed back there as well, and then it goes up to the ceiling. So it's not attached to anything other than just its weight is holding everything together. And I put casters on it to be able to move them out if I need to get rearrange or do any kind of modifications. The shelves themselves, these pieces here are 2x8s. Again, this is all recycled lumber, and I can get into another video in the future of how I got it to this point. So these are just glued and screwed and obviously stained, and I put a polyurethane. This is a little rubber mat that I just cut to size to keep everything, from banging around when I lay them the weights down. And then from underneath, you can see here, the frames here are 2x3s. It's just simple. I brought every 12 inches, and then I glued and screwed the 2x8 to that. Of course, this is all weathered wood. It's got, little cracks and old nails and screw holes, which we're okay with. It serves our purpose. Again, this is our gym wall / shelves. And I will show you here a section. These are a couple pieces of what the wood looks like when I first get it. So this is it's all pine, and this is what a shipping crate. I cut a piece of it off. This is already sanded down. I use a grinder, an angle grinder with a flap disc, sanding disc on it. And it goes from 60 grit. I started this really rough to get it, all the rough stuff off of it, because they're pretty beat up when I grab these pallets. And then sand it down with 80 grit and 120 grit. And then I use an orbital sander at the end, which I don't believe I've done it to these yet. Once I build the piece, I use an orbital sander to get it nice and smooth before applying the stain. This here is the 1x6. These are the back wall slats. That's what's back here. I glued and screwed them from behind. So they look like it's one long piece, but it's really small pieces, about 4 foot each section. But this is what that board looks like. So it's a pretty good, look like a fence picket almost. Again, I didn't use this one, it's a leftover. But that's the wood pieces that I used to create this gym shelf. And this is a side angle here. Again, it's the 4x4s, the casters. This back piece is about 7.5 feet tall to there. And the top is about 42 inches tall. And it serves our purpose. So this is what I was able to create. It took me a few months to gather all the lumber, have it stacked and ready to use. And then after I drew up the plans, my wife approved, obviously, and then put it together. It took me a few weekends to put it all together. Once the shelves were built, I built the shelves, each one, there's 7 of them. And I built each one individually, and then lag bolted them here to the frame of the 4x4, as you can see there on each side. So this was an inspiration. Again, we knew we needed something here. We just had stuff on like a plastic table, folding table, and it really wasn't cutting it. So we decided to make something a little bit nicer. And we have a TV, obviously, with we watch some movies or shows or whatever when we're doing our elliptical and doing our workouts. So yeah, we're enjoying it, and it serves our purpose pretty well. So as far as future videos, I will show the actual, putting the pieces together, how I, take the lumber from basically a pallet or a shipping crate and make it into something. Have a whole long list of things that I've done in the past, dozens of projects literally that I'll talk about, and then I have some new ones on my list to do in the future. So I appreciate you joining the Frankly Inspired channel, and if you'd like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. And I'll just leave you with this, who are you going to inspire today? If you leave that in the comments, I would appreciate it. All right, have a great day. See you next time.